Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in for another series of the G5 tech demos. And today we're going to take a look at G5 analytics. And so again, with our demo series, we give you an inside look into G5 products, both on a technology and features level, really into a deep dive in terms of what makes these products tick and what makes them unique. So my name's Chris Hansen from the product marketing team here, and I also have Bill Anderson, Senior Solutions Engineer, and we're going to give you guys an overview and walkthrough of G5 Analytics.
Great, thanks, Chris. Thanks for the intro. Today, we're going to talk about G5 Analytics. With all our products, data is extremely important. It really guides us down the paths we're going to do, whether that be, what channel to spend money on in a digital advertising campaign, or where to put a contact us button on our websites. We really want to have the data there to back up those decisions. The way we surface a lot of that data is through our tool called G5 Analytics. Now, G5 Analytics sits as a front end to our data warehouse. That data warehouse does a lot of things. It compiles data from lots of different sources, from Google Analytics, Google AdWords, all of our other digital advertising partner channels, your Facebooks, your Bings. It pulls in data from your PMS system, pulls data through our call tracking system. If you're using call scoring, it pulls in that data as well, and it kind of synthesizes it into a kind of a single view of the data. And this is the front end where we really kind of show it off. Now, this front end is actually built on a full business intelligence platform. So it's really configurable, really interactive, really makes it easy to show all your data. You can go in, you can filter data down into many different areas. You can pull out individual locations, set up groups. If you have, California versus Arizona, you could put those off and then you save those into location groups. So it's easy to pull those up at different times, whether you have different regional managers that you're using, whatever kind of setup you have, you can kind of set those different individual views up so you can really see the different angles of your business as you need to see them. Now, this is always your data. You can come in here 24/7. It's up to date, always real time. You can even download all this data into a spreadsheet or even as a PDF if you want to reuse these graphs in other reports as well. We even have the ability to email these at whatever cadence you want. So if you want that, this is, you want to see the report on a monthly basis, but not to remember about, logging into the tool, no problem. We can get those in your inbox as well. Makes all that happen. Well, let's kind of get in here and look at the data we're looking at. So first report we're going to show right now is our sessions overview. This is really important to G5. One of the things that's really important to us is making sure we're getting people to visit your website. We really want people to do that as organically as possible. So, while we do sell digital advertising, we really want to have people get there in that free traffic. That's really the basis that G5 stands on. So making sure, nearly a majority of your traffic or more is organic search is important. Now we can also show other traffic sources as well. Paid search is important. Definitely is a great accelerator pedal for when you have some extra occupancy issues. We can fill those up with some extra paid search. But also, social, referral traffic. That's that traffic that might be coming from internet listing services. Other things, we want to see that be a vast minority of your traffic, because that's really expensive traffic that we're paying from the SpareFoots of the world and those kinds of sources. So altogether, we can see how that goes throughout the year, see how, obviously seasonality trends come into play. You can see all that. You look down at individual locations, see how they're doing. Very easy to filter these on different types of metrics. Let's just pull in sessions here. Jefferson Storage here is our number one. It really makes it easy to kind of do all that. Show some other metrics as well, like mobile, desktop versus tablet. Mobile is always creeping up, and we are definitely designing our websites mobile first, not only because that's where a lot of the traffic is going, but it is also how Google indexes your website using a mobile variant of it. So I want to make sure that's there, but we can kind of stay on top of how that distribution is. Now we have a lot of other reports. Here in our demo world, we're actually showing just a very kind of subset of all the reports we have available, but just really kind of want to show you some of the things we have. So one is a call report. I think we all know how your website is important, but people, for the most part, aren't submitting forms. They are picking up the phone and calling it, especially on mobile phones. People don't want to use their thumbs to type in a form. They're going to hit our easy to use call button, and bam, be right in front of um, your, your front desk agents. So we can come in here, see where those calls came from, what source they came from, what campaign they have. That's all been stripped out for our demo view here. Importantly, what keywords they were using. This is again for that call tracking technology we have. So when somebody calls in, we can go, um, they called in on this campaign, they use these keywords, and that gives us some powerful tools to make your digital advertising more efficient. But we can even go in and listen to the calls as well. We have a lot of people that uses this for training, because G5's job is to send really good qualified leads. But if you're getting a lot of good qualified leads, but not getting a lot of leases out of it, sometimes going in and listening to how your office staff is working with your leads, you can find out some good issues for training, some good salesmanship skills that you can impart to increase that lead conversion rate.
That's a
So a
great
lot of
point, Bill. And I think one thing that's important with G5 Analytics here too is that we say a lot of the times at G5 that everything we do is all about the data, but even a level deeper than that, it's more important what we do with that data too. And both this report and kind of the whole theme of analytics too is kind of surfacing one level deeper in terms of just not from a basic reporting level here. What are you actually kind of doing, both actionable on our end and on the client's end too? And I think that's a great way to illustrate that.
Yeah, exactly. Really kind of important data that, again, that's always there for you to utilize. Now we can jump into our advertising performance reviews. Really, so when we're spending your money, we definitely want to see, I'll let you know where that's going, how that's being used, and you can see that. This client has chosen to use purely search advertising. So on the channel here, you see them. As we move more of our clients over to our new cross-channel spend optimizer, which is really using that machine learning to move dollars around, this graph's going to become much more important as we start shifting dollars in and out of your social channels, your Bing, your Google, your display, your remarketing ads. It's going to be important. Showing where those conversions come from too. So this will be a last touch attribution model, which will be a bit different than what we're using for a cross-channel spend optimizer, which is the multi-touch attribution model. But you'll still have that data here. And probably more importantly is our cost per conversion. So for all of the digital advertising dollars you spend, how many actual conversions, again, that's in G5 world, that is either a phone call or a web form fill or online leads for using that from a G5 marketing solution. So a great number to have. We certainly want to keep that as low as possible. More data that we have, what's our current ad spending over time. Obviously, that's going to fluctuate every month. We're going to relook at that and see, what properties need that, which don't, and change those numbers around so we can really give it the most effective bang for your buck. We can see what those conversions are, what your cost per conversion is over time. And we do show clicks and impressions. Now, these metrics, we're not really using these for optimizing things, but those are still available there. And a lot of our competitors will say, hey, we should get more clicks and we lower your cost per click down. But really what we're trying to optimize on is this cost per conversion click, or cost per conversion number. Because for every click that somebody makes on your web or to your website from a paid ad, that's money you're spending. And if they're not going to convert, we don't want to be paying for this click. So we're very selective on which people we are going after to click. So we might have fewer clicks, we might have a higher cost per click, but overall we'll have more conversions at a lower cost per conversion.
That's a great point. And Bill, talk to us just a little bit about the transparency. Because I feel like that's a huge differentiation point between G5 and others too, in terms of people not really knowing where and how their kind of ad dollars are being spent out there.
Yeah, exactly. We show all the different channels going out there. We even go down like at a per location level, we'll be able to see what we're doing for all those numbers, cost per conversions, as well as cost per click, and those kind of metrics are going to show up through here. let's see here. And we'll even color code them so you can tell, what your best location is, what your worst performing location is on those metrics. Again, you can search on or filter on those. Makes it really easy to kind of go down and see what locations you want to do. We're even showing all of your kind of keywords that have been used, what we're targeting, how many impressions, clicks, all of that information is here. And again, you can download that if you are an Excel wizard and want to put this kind of stuff into pivot tables or put it in a different BI platform. You certainly have all the ability to do that. So a lot, all the data is right here for you to use. These are the same tools our strategists are using to really kind of optimize these things on your behalf. Now we have a lot more reports in here and even more reports in the full tool outside of this demo. The nice thing about this tool is that it is a true business intelligence platform. So we have our business analysts, they're working on this. So these graphs are getting updated all the time. We have actually what we call G5 Labs reports that you'll see when you log in here. So we have some great year-over-year reports. We just came out with a move-in, move-out report, so you can see numbers without having to go into your PMS system. So if you're just trying to do your marketing, you can look to see how your ad spend and other things are actually affecting your move-in and moves outs. So a lot of beta reports we have that once they're fully vetted, will move up into the main report area, but they're still usable for you guys now. We'd love to show you those on a kind of a personalized demo if that's something you'd like to have. So yeah, thank you for joining us today. Please contact us if you would like to get more in depth with your data, get more control of that. We have a lot of ways we can help.
That's great. Yeah, thanks, Bill. Really appreciate the walkthrough here too. And again, powerful tool on both the reporting and the business insights side of things overall. So hope you guys enjoyed it and reach out to us with questions.